Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of Ham Radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, AJB. If you're watching this on YouTube, the text of this will be included in the show notes. You won't have to remember calls, dates, URLs, or other details. You can just check the show notes. Last weekend was Hamvention weekend. From a DX standpoint, it was a great weekend. We had nearly 400 DXers attend the dinner on Friday night. There were three highlights of the dinner in addition to the DX dinner keynote speaker, Hal, W8HC. The first was the announcement of the DXPeditioner of the Year award. Here's a summary of the announcement. Quote, many times the Southwest Ohio DX Association has used the DX dinner as a vehicle to honor those who have gone above and beyond the norm to positively affect the DX community. We chose tonight's dinner to bestow one of those awards. The winning DXPeditioner logged 61,201 QSOs with approximately 15,000 being unique. This entity was number 8 before the DXPedition and currently sits at number 35. The Southwest Ohio DX Association is proud to announce that the 2025 DXPedition of the Year award goes to Mark, FH4VVK, who operated Fox Tango 4 Golf Lima on Glorioso Island. We congratulate Mark for a well-organized and executed DXPedition in a very challenging environment, end quote. And boy, he really deserved it and got a great round of applause from the nearly 400 in the audience. The second highlight was the announcement of the DXPedition of the Year. This is the most sought-after award in the DXPedition community. Here's a summary of that announcement. Quote, each year at the DX dinner, the Southwest Ohio DX Association presents the DXPedition of the Year award. Our goal is to recognize excellence in the DXPedition planning and execution from most wanted entities. DXPeditions that were completed between March 24th through February 2025 are eligible for this year's award. It was a very difficult decision filled with several outstanding candidates. The winning DXPedition logged 106,902 QSOs with 21,298 of them being unique. This entity was number 22 before the DXPedition and currently sits at number 45. The Southwest Ohio DX Association is proud to announce that the 2025 DXPedition of the Year award goes to November 5 Juliet, Jarvis Island. We congratulate the team on a well-organized and executed DXPedition in a very challenging environment, end quote. And that announcement brought rounds of applause and even a number of folks standing up for him. And they did a great job. Well, the third announcement I thought was really terrific. If you've been chasing DX for more than a few years, you know that there is a solar cycle that controls propagation. We're just past the peak and starting down towards the valley. In order to encourage DXPeditioners to head to top 20 destinations while conditions are still good over the next couple years, the Northern California DX Foundation, NCDXF, made the following announcement. Quote, make DX happen, $50,000 US to top 20 incentive DXPeditions. To encourage the activation of a top 20 entity listed on the Club Log DXCC Most Wanted list, the NCDXF is offering a cash incentive for DXPeditions taking place on or after July 1st, 2025 that meets the following conditions. Number 1, get permission and a license to operate from a top 20 DXCC entity according to the Club Log DXCC Most Wanted list on the date that the DXPedition operation begins. Number 2, securing permission to operate and a license for the DXPedition operation must not violate any law or regulation. Number 3, the ARRL's DXCC desk must approve the DXPedition for DXCC credit. Number 4, the DXPedition must have qualified for funding by the NCDXF. Note, this award is above and beyond any NCDXF funding that had been awarded for the DXPedition. 5, the DXPedition must log over 50,000 QSOs. And finally, number 6, within 90 days of the completion of a DXPedition to an entity described above, an application for the award must be submitted to the NCDXF with all required documentation. The application form for this award will be posted on the ncdxf.org website. The NCDXF Board of Directors will decide on making an award at its next meeting after receiving the application and all required documentation. All applications submitted will be maintained in confidence by the NCDXF Board. I mean, this is a terrific gesture and a great use of the money And I'm so pleased to be a member of NCDXF and see them trying to encourage and support DXPedition. So it was a well-received announcement. Okay, on to our DX. Each week I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. Here's what you should find QRV when you tune the bands. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com and I'll take care of it. A team from India will be operating from Agatti, Lakshadweep Islands as VU7 Tango from May 22nd to the 28th, including travel dates, and the CQ Worldwide WPX CW Contest. They plan to be active on all HF bands using simple vertical antennas near the shore. This will be the first time for VU7 to use QO100 satellite. The team did not receive the required permissions until recently, so they're keeping this operation very straightforward. Plans include setting up 2 HF stations, subject to final travel and baggage confirmations. The team will collaborate with local operator VU3 Fox Bravo Fahad. The equipment includes an IC705 and Juma 1000 capable of up to 400 watts, as well as an IC705 and a 10-watt transverter with a 60 centimeter dish. Operations will mainly be on CW on HF and satellite, single sideband on HF and satellite when not in the contest, and FT8 only on satellite outside of the CQ WPX CW Contest. All QSOs will be uploaded free of charge to LoTW and Club Log. For paper confirmations, Club Log's OQRS will be used, with QSLs expected to be printed in mid-July. Morton LA9GY will be operating in northwestern Eswatini as 3 Delta Alpha Zero Golf Yankee from May 22nd to June 2nd. He will use an IC705, a small amplifier, and a DX Commander vertical antenna. His primary focus will be on the 10, 15, and 20 meter bands. Expect to hear him mostly on CW, although he plans to do some sideband. He aims to respond promptly to direct QSL requests with SAEs. Sending letters from Norway is costly, amounting to about $4 per letter. Kilo Hotel 8 stroke K0NR and Kilo Hotel 8 stroke K0JJW will be QRV from American Samoa May 27th to June 9th. The primary objective is doing some summits on the air work. Planned is 20 through 10 meter sideband, FT8 and F4 with 10 watts to a wire antenna. QSL through LoTW only. They are open to SCADs on 6 and 2 any mode. And you can email that DXPedition at kh8@k0nr.com. Frank, Papa Hotel 2 Mike, is QRV as PJ4M from Bonaire until May 29th, mostly FT8 and some single sideband 80 through 10 meters. 6 meters is also a possibility. And you can QSL to his home QTH or use Club Log or LoTW. IK1TTT, a TTD, Gianni Benini, is heading on another, quote, holiday DXpedition to Madagascar as 5 Radio 8 Tango Delta from May 27th to June 11th. He will be QRV from 2 locations. Plans are to use an IC706 Mark IIG with a vertical and end-fed half-wave. He will be on 40 through 10 meters, mostly on 20 meters. To mark the 2025 Giro d'Italia, the 108th 3-week Grand Touring Cycle Stage Race, which began in Albania, Special Event Station Zulu Alpha 25 GIA is QRV from Albania. The 3-week event will end in Rome. The ZA25 GIA call sign will be active until May 31st. They will be on CW, sideband, and digital modes on 160 through 2 meters, so another special event station. After his holiday-style operation as Fox Yankee stroke Delta Lima 4 Echo Alpha from French Guiana, DL4EA Antonio will be in Suriname as PZ5EA from May 22nd to the 26th. Look for him on QO100 and some QRP on the HF bands. Fox 6 Bravo Charlie Whiskey Didier will be operating from Tikahu Island, French Polynesia, under the call sign of Tango X-Ray 5 United from May 26th to June 8th. His primary focus will be on contacts with Europe while also working other continents. His activity will span 40 to 6 meters using CW and sideband only. QSL information includes F6EXV via OQRS and Club Log and LoTW after 6 months. Anne, OH2YO, and Marco, OH2LGW, will be QRV from Kosovo May 20th to the 30th using CW, sideband, and FT8 on 6 meters through 160. And you can QSL that to Anne, OH2YO. With call sign OH0ERF, a group will be on from Acaro in the Aland Islands May 22nd to the 27th. The team plans sideband CW and FT8 on 40, 20, 15, 10, 6, and 2 meters, plus 70 centimeters and the QO100 satellite that mostly covers Europe and Asia and Africa. QSL via DK0ERF or use LoTW and Club Log. Tango 88 Delta Zulu, Tango 88 HF, and Tango 88 Sugar George will be on QRV May 22nd to June 1st from Palau on various bands using various modes. And that's all the details I have on Palau, but that's always a good one to get in the log if you can do it. We have a group from India activating Amala Island, India, May 28th to the 31st with the call sign AU2 Mike. They will be active on 40 through 6 meters with 3 stations, 2 beams, and 2 verticals. They also plan to be on the QO100 satellite. They plan to share propagation analysis information. As with their past DXPeditions, they seek financial support and have established a U.S. PayPal account, significantly reducing overhead charges. More broadly, VU2RS, Sarath, and his fellow DXPeditioners, quote, aim to activate all IOTAs in India before the sunspot activity decreases, providing opportunities for DXers and IOTA chasers worldwide, end quote. So good for you, Sarath. And he will be on an upcoming DXmentor podcast. He's a very, very interesting gentleman and amazingly accomplished. So try to give that a listen. Speaking of that, the most recent DXmentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. Jim, WP2RAM, was the guest. Jim discussed the upcoming DXpedition to the Faroe Islands the first week of June, as well as some of his exploits, some dangerous and some fun. Check it out. He's a good guy. If you're interested in DX podcasts and YouTube channels, you should check out the DXmentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of our DX activities. So finally, we have a contest update, and it's the same one that I had last week, and I'm going to do it again next week because I think this contest is a blast. And if you want to get your CW skills better and you want to work a lot of DX, this is the place to do it. I know that the ARL contest sheet is read elsewhere in this podcast, and the contests that I mentioned are sometimes redundant. However, there are a few contests that I have found to be especially useful for DXers who are trying to fill band slots or to get entities or zones in a log that may otherwise be difficult to get. As I have mentioned, the contest to get ready for is the 2025 CQ Worldwide WPX Contest this coming weekend, the 24th and 25th. The objective is for amateurs worldwide to contact as many other amateurs worldwide and their prefixes as possible during the contest period. Only 160, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters may be used. Observance of established band plans is strongly encouraged. The exchange is RST plus a progressive contact serial number starting with 001 for the first contact. The final score is the result of the total QSO points multiplied by the number of different prefixes worked. With a call like AJ8B, you can see why I like this contest. I've always considered this to be the end of the contest season for me, so I'm like to hit it really hard. Let me know if you are planning to operate this and then how you do, because I'll let everybody know. Please send me an email if you need details on this or anything else we talked about. And I know this went a little bit long, but I thought there was some really important information we needed to get out. Until next week, this is Bill, AJB, saying 7-3, and thanks to my ex-whale Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-up. Have a great DX week.